Good morning. On Facebook earlier, I did a show about the transgender bathroom rules and locker room rules. And my Facebook page is public, so any of you who are seeing this can go to my Facebook page, even if you're not a friend of mine, and you can see the show. I also have a page called Politically Paula on Facebook, which also has the show posted there. But I did learn a lot even while I was talking on the show. And then I actually went and looked up a lovely character. I'm going to call them a character, a non-binary character, and the name is Asia Kate Dillion. My husband and I were watching Billions Sunday night, and this new character was introduced. And while the character was dressed like a man, there were features. And my husband and I started saying, is that a man or a woman? And then my husband actually looked up the character and their name. And we found out that they are a non-binary, which actually means they are gender neutral. They refuse to be labeled as male or female. And that got me to thinking as I was doing the show earlier, the very end of the show, I started thinking about labels. And that's what this is about, labels. We are labeled our entire lives, and we exist by our labels. We are judged by our labels. We are put into boxes by our labels that identify us, and in some cases control us. And I'm going to read you a quote from Asia Kate Dillion from their Facebook page. And I'm saying that this way because a non-binary individual, that's how they want to be referred to. Not he or she, but by they, their, or them. And I'm going to respect that. But what Asia wrote on their Facebook page actually explained a lot. And so I'm going to read it. This is a quote. It's on public Facebook, so I'm not infringing. When someone asks me to trust that when they say the word woman, what they mean is people who identify as women regardless of anatomy, I say, then say that. Specificity of language matters to those who are invisible, whether I trust you or not. When you attempt to gaslight me, I just spit more fire. End quote. That made a lot of things clear to me. Because we are all labeled, and our first label is male or female. The day we are born, the doctor says you have a bouncing baby boy or you have a beautiful baby girl. And from that day on, we are consistently given labels. We are given our name, not by our choice. We don't choose our name. I hate my name. It just so happens it goes really well with my show title, Politically Paula. But I've always hated my name because I know how I got my name, and it wasn't my mother's first choice for my name. But because her father died right before I was born, she named me after her father, whose name was Paul. But I never felt like a Paula, and I always hated my name. And I think that's another label where it would be nice if, and I'm sure I could change my name legally if I wanted to, and pick my own name. I would have actually liked a more exotic name. So that label always bothered me. And of course I was labeled as a female because I have those pesky reproductive organs, which, believe me, more than a few times in the past 52 years I've wanted to get rid of. They have been nothing but trouble for me, and very expensive trouble. But they are part of my label. I have reproductive organs, and that label of woman and reproductive organs, that meant I should have babies, except I didn't want babies. But everybody thought I was nuts because I had this label, woman. I'm woman. reproductive organs, uterus, fallopian tube, womb. I should be having babies. I'm somehow abnormal for not wanting to wear that label of mother. Another label which I never wanted to wear and don't, thank God. I'm my dog's mommy, but that's a label I choose. So these labels, after a while we start getting other labels. Our religious beliefs. Are you a Christian? What kind of a Christian are you? Are you a Catholic? Are you a Baptist? Are you a Methodist? Are you a Lutheran? Protestant? Are you an atheist? Are you a Jew? Are you a Muslim? And I say, who the hell cares? I don't like religious labels, and I refuse to wear one. If people ask me if I'm a Christian, I simply say, well, I'm spiritual. I refuse to label myself as a Christian because I know for a fact that I don't live the kind of life that most labeled Christians who wear that label proudly would agree with. And that's my choice, and it's my right, because of that pesky First Amendment everybody hates so much about freedom of and from religion. Even George W. Bush said it yesterday on the Today Show, that we all have the freedom to practice any religion we want or none at all. I thought that was really cool when W said that. Yeah, I like W much more now that he's not the president. He's a lot smarter all of a sudden. So I don't like those kind of labels. And I think what them like Asia Kate Dillion are trying to say is, if I tell you that I am a male or a female, then you're going to put me in a box. Even if I don't fit into that box completely comfortably. And just like I don't fit into the Christianity box, the Christian box, as comfortably as a real Christian that, believes all the crap that, the Bible stuff that I don't agree with, which a lot of it, by the way, has to do with this subject, the LGBTQ community, and labels and identifying yourself and being yourself and loving who you want to love. Because I don't agree with that part of the Bible, and I don't believe in those beliefs, and I don't believe that a woman should be forced to give birth and put herself through a pregnancy that she doesn't choose to do. I don't fit in that Christian box. And I think that's what Asia Kate Dillion, and by the way, I am trying very desperately to message Asia Kate Dillion. I'm trying to message them and speak with them, at least communicate through messaging, and possibly, if I'm very, very, very lucky, have them call me and possibly even talk on an episode of this show, which would make me very, very proud. Because this character on Billions, I'm going to be watching very carefully. And first of all, I very much appreciate the acting skills of them. And I think it's a really brave move to put a character like this on a show like Billions. It's going to be amazing. And I actually, to be honest, thought that the first episode of Billions from this season was a little slow. But the second Asia Kate Dillion came on the screen, and then my husband Googled them and found out a little bit more about them, I said, okay, I'm going to keep watching. So I'm talking to Billions now. You write a good role for them. Make sure Asia Kate Dillion has a really good role, because that's why I'm watching this season. I want to see what they do. And they have already taught me so much. Asia Kate Dillion has already today, after agonizing about how I was going to do this show today about transgender and transsexual and the binary, non-binary, which the first time I heard of it was seriously, literally, me, as educated as I say I am, the first time I heard of it was yesterday. I knew gender neutral, but I did not know non-binary. And I am thanking them. I'm thanking Billions. I'm thanking Asia Kate Dillion for educating me. Because as I said this morning on my Facebook show, I have always supported the LGBTQ community 2,000%. And I even was angry with Caitlyn Jenner for kind of what I considered shitting on gay and lesbians when she said, well, I'm going to dress as a woman, but I'm going to have sex as a man because I'm not gay. That was a quote. And that really upset me when I heard her say that, because I felt that she was embracing one part of the LGBTQ community while shitting on the other part. In fact, half, the gays and lesbians. Yeah, I'm transgender. I'm not a lesbian. Like somehow there's something wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Hell, heterosexual people have girl crushes. I have girl crushes. I always say if I were gay, I would want to sleep with Ellen DeGeneres because I think she is so hot and so nice. Or Jane Lynch. And there's some other really attractive women that would probably suit my fancy if I tended to go that route. And I'm not ashamed to admit that I find someone sexually attractive who is of the same sex as me. Even though I'm heterosexual, it's fine. I have no problem because I'm not wearing that label. Yes, I am a heterosexual. I am married to a man. I have sex with a man. But I can also say, wow, I wonder what it would be like to be with her. Because I think she's very attractive. I wonder what she's like in bed. I have no problem saying that. I say that to my husband. Kind of turns him on. But I think the thing that we're learning, that I learned today, is that it isn't just male or female. It's labels in general. And should we be defined by a label? I mean, if I refuse to say whether I'm a man or a woman, and I posed this question on Facebook today, I said, are you sure I'm a woman? Are you absolutely sure? I mean, I have long hair, I wear makeup, I wear jewelry. A lot of dudes have long hair and wear jewelry and wear makeup. And what the hell does it matter? Was I born Paula or was I born Paul? Are you sure you know? Do you care? And if you care, why do you care? What the hell does it matter? Something to think about. And I know I've been thinking, and I'm thinking a lot. And I'm definitely going to be tuning into Billions on Sunday nights and checking out what the amazing, beautiful, and handsome Asia Kate Billions is going to be doing. I will be watching them. I will be watching them very closely and looking forward to an amazing season and an amazing performance and possibly even an award season and Emmy. It's provocative. It makes you think. And I know it made me think. And it's nice to think. It's nice to go outside the box, that labeled box, that little box that one fits me in. Yeah, I support the LGBT community, but now there's this non-binary character, and I'd like to know more about that. And that's cool. It's cool to think outside the box. It's cool to get out of the box and not be labeled and to say, look, great acting, great character, beautiful person, beautiful them, they're beautiful. And a good actor, actress, good character. I love it. I love every bit of it. And Asia, this is going to be on YouTube. If you see this, I really hope you do. And I really hope you'll contact me. I'm very easy to contact, both on Facebook and right here on YouTube. So check it out and know that I will be watching. And I will be following you on Facebook. And I cannot wait to see what comes next. Be good to one another. Be good to one another. Stay informed. And stop worrying about what somebody is called or what they call themselves. It's right here. It's the heart that matters, not the labels. Love shows and grows. Show the love. You will grow. I promise. Feels really good. Stay informed. Be kind to one another. Until tomorrow. Hey, tomorrow is the anti-smoking discrimination show. Another smoking discrimination show. You don't want to miss it. 10 a.m. live on Facebook. Political Paula, out.